So for the bead bow, I cut off a good chunk of wire. I just have it like loose. What I do first, the first thing I do for a bead bow is I put 2 crimp beads on the end of the wire like this. It's one. Oops. You see? Two. This one just doesn't line. I wasn't being careful enough. I'm sorry. So that's the first thing I do, and then the whole rest of the wire is just like this. These are the 2 ends. So first, I go ahead and make what is one of like the tails, I guess, is what I would call it. So let's see. These are just random beads that I've stored away. It probably won't look very nice, but this is just how I'm showing. So these are just little beads, and then you can make this as long or as short as you want. I'm just gonna make them a little bit short just for demonstration reasons. Usually, you'll want to use like a little heavier bead for the tail, like on the bottom. You don't have to, but I do just because it helps weigh down the tail. And if you want the bow to keep its shape better, you can use a thicker wire, like a 0.6 width or diameter or whatever it is. That just helps it keep its shape. This is what I have, just little peanut beads, and then a little rhinestone bead on the bottom. You can do whatever you want. You can use any beads that you want. I usually use like 8 to 10 millimeter beads for the bows, but you can also use 4 millimeter beads like the pink one. Like, you can use whatever you want. So you'll take the open wire side and you'll go through the 4-hole bead like this. You'll pull it all the way through. And then you'll put more, just put more beads on until you're happy with the length. If you want like a bigger bow, you're going to want to add more beads. But if you have a wire that's not as thick, if the bow gets too heavy, it'll start drooping. So that's why I always recommend a thicker, like 0.6 wire. So now I have the amount of beads that I want on this side. So I'm going to take the end and put it back through so it'll come out this side, see, and then pull it, and you have a bow, like half the bow. And I always put the same number on this side as I do this side. I count every single one, and then the same on this as this, but I'll put more beads on this and then show you again. Okay, so now I have the same amount of beads on this side, so I'll put this wire through again, through the middle, like that. You see it goes, you don't want it to go through the bow, you want it to go like to the side like this, because if you put it through the bow, it'll get all tangled up. You just put this wire through the side, pull it again, keep pulling, and then it'll be tight like this around both of the bows. So now the last thing we have to do is make this one over here. So I'll do that. Okay, so now I have the same on all of them, like this. So what I do now is I hold this last bead, pull it a little bit tighter, and then keep hold of it while I'll put 2 more crimp beads. That one's messed up. Just put 1 crimp bead. Then 2, like that. Let them all fall back to the bead bow. Hold it really tight. Make sure there's no wiggle room on any of the beads. And then take your pliers. I always do these one at a time just to be sure. But I've got one right here. Slide it up as much as you can and then pinch it. Take this one, slide it up, pinch it. And now take your wire cutters, pinch it off. And now grab your key ring. And that's it. It's like that.